Welcome one and all to Praefos, the continent where our adventure takes place. Split into 9 kingdoms, Praefos has a vast array of life and culture. From the kingdom of Sel, ruled from afar in the ancient fortress embedded in the Azelgard mountains by a dragonborn king and his family, to Aethor, also known as the Wandering Lands. For the settlements are few and far between, living more with the natural world, you will only find one major city here, to Gran. Lining the northern coast of Praefos, you will find Deplora, a state dedicated to the advancement in magics and engineering. Vuel, where trade from the sea and bustling harbour life is found, and Al-Kumar, a secretive state whose borders are guarded and entry is not easy to gain, as the ruler prefers his kingdom not rely on the trade of others. On the east we find Lixo, where a human is more likely to be looked at strangely, as it is the place where many beast folk call home. Alabane to its south is ruled over by an Azimir, who in later years has become distant with the outside world. In the south of Praefos we find Barnu, where roaming bands of warriors find their home, as it has an abundance of animal, beast and monster to hone their skills. And finally, in the centre we find Rigwen, where the major portion of the Idris mountain range lie, by far the largest state in Praefos, but that doesn't stop its political leaders from eyeing up the borders of its surrounding area. Now for some history. 450 years ago, there was a great war, when the ancient civilization of Vestergaard, with their warforged army, attempted to conquer the rest of Praefos. After a lengthy 8-year war, Vestergaard was finally defeated when a band of heroes arrived on the battlefront and changed the tide. Vestergaard was left in ruins, and the people that remained moved away from their now destroyed home and found refuge around the rest of the continent. The warforged were all but destroyed in the battle, and what few remained were hidden away. The heroes were a group of 7, dubbed the Unbreakables, who arrived just as it looked like the Vestergaard army were going to break the defences of the Deplora front. It seemed as though they possessed great power and magical artefacts, which helped cause the defeat of the marauding foes. Just as quickly as they arrived, the heroes disappeared, and for many years people searched them out in hopes of thanking, employing, or even stealing from the heroes of the Vestergaard assault. Very little is written about them, as they managed to keep themselves hidden, but rumours of rescue or aid by one or a few of these legendary warriors were spoken about for many years. It is now the modern day, and we start our journey in Vuel, and its capital city of Tamapi. We enter the city for its main gates, 20 feet tall, hardwood with metal braces and hinges. Carts and people are moving in and out of the city, looking to sell their wares or buy to fill their shops. We start our adventure in the most well-known tavern in Tamapi, the Laughing Drow, where we find 3 of our adventurers enjoying some mead and a pie over some conversation. We have Keith, the human wizard, Belric, the half-elf rogue, and Dothrak, the dragonborn sorcerer.
Okay, right. So, well, thank you so much for getting me my book back. It's very important to me, and you know, maybe if you're going to be around here quite a while with me and Dothrak, we can go out and do some exploring and, you know, look at the local area a bit. You know, more the merrier, I'd say.
That sounds like a marvellous idea.
Fantastic. Well, what do you think, Dothrak?
I think I've never eaten a meat pie like this, and it is disagreeing with me.
I can't be entirely sure what meat is in this pie, but it was nice enough, I guess.
I mean, it's the best pie I've ever eaten.
Ever?
Ever.
Ever. Wow. Amazing.
As you're sitting there having this conversation, a man walks into the tavern. He's not quite caught your eye yet because he started off at the front, but he's making his way around to a couple of tables. He looks like he's trying to engage in a conversation with some people. As Dothrak, I'll probably say you're facing towards the door more.
Mm-hmm.
You could do a perception check for me.
9.
No.
Brilliant.
You kind of you know you can see the man moving about, but it's not really piqued your interest. You just see him. He's talking, moving about. It takes a few minutes, but he finally makes his way over, like towards the table behind you. He's not being quiet, so you can kind of overhear what he's saying. He's basically asking for help. He's obviously trying to get someone to help him with a problem he's got, but no one seems to be answering his call. Basically, he's looking a little dejected. Kind of like looks like he's about to go, and he turns and spots you in the corner, and he's almost like it's. I've got to ask everyone.
Yeah.
So he slowly approaches the table. And, excuse me, gentlemen.
Yes.
Good day.
Sorry to disturb your dinner. I'm looking for some help. I was wondering if perhaps you were available to hire.
And what help would it be that you would need?
Well, I'm a merchant. Let me introduce myself. I'm Joffrey.
I'm Keith.
Nice to meet you, Keith.
Likewise.
Doffrey.
Belric.
Oh, lovely. Good names. Good names.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. As I was saying, I'm a merchant, but all of my wares come in by the sea, and as they arrive of an evening, we don't always have time to unload them during the day, and people have been stealing from my ship before we have time to go and run an inventory or even clear it out. And I basically I'm asking someone to kind of stake it out just to find out who it is, and then maybe I can get something involved. But at the moment, the watch, they won't do anything.
Not
Because
even station guards on the docks. That seems like
they say they've already got a patrol going around. The issue.
This task seems easy enough. I can't think why we wouldn't be able to do it.
Like I said,
If the coin is right, we should be able to help you with your...
Oh, well, of course. I would happily pay you for your services.
What say you, Keith?
Well, it's not the kind of thing I'm used to doing. I'm more of a hands-off kind of guy, but I certainly can back you up, I guess.
As far as this help that we will be giving, it seems very hands-off. We have to find out who it is.
this is a good point. Sorry, we have only just met each other ourselves, and
Oh, okay.
I'm unsure of the skills of the people I'm with, so I will gladly help for coin, but I'm unsure what my fellows bring to the table.
Well, as I said, this is mostly reconnaissance. I just need to know that, like, I need to have eyewitnesses that something's going on here, because then I can go to the watch, and at least maybe if you can point out or even give some descriptions to those. I mean, if you are up to it, you can delay, or, you know, if you can capture, because then it would make life easier for everyone, because they'd be out of the way. But at the same time, it's your lives. I don't expect you to do anything rash.
I'm sure I can spot someone and give you a profile.
That's
You're I assume you're good with a pen. You have a book.
Well, I do like to draw.
well, that's wonderful. It sounds like I may have just found the right fellows.
Belric, what are your thoughts?
A price for
Oh yes,
this endeavour would...
yes.
Be nice.
I understand. As I said, I am a merchant. I can offer you 10 gold pieces each. I will pay 5 now, and 5.
Sounds delightful.
Very well.
So we have an accord.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Oh, wonderful. As I said, it's been happening of an evening. What I can do is I can give your names to the guard at the gate on the dock. He'll let you through. It's just I leave it in your hands. He hands Keith a bit of paper.
Mhm.
That's the dock number and the name of my ship.
Okay. Yes.
Will you be aboard the ship, or where can we find you once the deed is done?
I will be at my offices. They are not, unfortunately, not at the dock. They're just inside the guild quarter. It's easy to find. We're one of the first buildings. Red door. Just look for the sign, Joffrey Trade.
Okay. Sounds easy enough, I guess.
Obviously, if nothing happens, take the 5 gold for your time spent. But anything that comes about otherwise, obviously, I will fulfil the second half of the bargain.
Question for DM.
Yes.
What sort of time of day is it now?
Now you're probably looking at about 2 o'clock, 2, 3 o'clock.
Early afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got a few
The
hours
rest of
until.
a few hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Joffrey kind of finishes off his thanks and that, and you know where to find him. You've got the sheet of where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Makes his way out. Just leaves you to it in the inn.
So, before we set off on this this giving of help, we should probably establish what skill set we can provide for this. If, for lack of a better term, it goes belly up.
Well, I know some magics, but outside of that, hand-to-hand combat is really not my.
I don't know if either of you know much about sorcery, but it is, I have a draconic ancestry. That is where my lineage lies. So I have limited spells at my resource.
Yes.
I'm good with a sword.
Perfect. Up close and personal.
They'll never see me coming.
That sounds marvellous.
That sounds exactly what we need for a quest of this type.
Yes.
But it seems we have some time to wander.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would like to find a shop.
Okay.
But I'm always in the mood for a bit of shopping.
This is a good idea. I think we should be fully equipped if this is the direction we're taking today. I assume we'll be going to do this tonight.
Might as well. I
This
can't see
evening?
why we would wait.
Yes. So I would
Sounds
assume
like he was distressed. So
I'm.
help the man.
Yes, I think going to find a
Perfect.
shop that sells provisions would be handy.
Then that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
So,
So
out of interest, what's the name of his boat?
yeah, you got me now. The Salazar.
Salazar.
You're
Slippery.
just making big words now that are
I
hard to
am,
spell,
yeah.
aren't you?
They sound D&D.
I didn't even
go
spell
with
it right.
Salazar.
That's what I put.
That's how it is.
Damn it! I inadvertently spelled it right.
So yeah, you finish your meals and you drink. You get up. Are you just going straight out to try and find a shop?
Yes.
Yeah, might as well.
I would quite like to find a shop that sells maybe potions, that sort of stuff.
Okay. So you step outside. It's quite a nice bright day.
Mhm.
If you could roll an investigation check for you, then please. More than one of you can do this if you want.
Go on then, I'll have a go.
19.
22.
Jesus Christ. So,
Sorry, mate.
even though you're new to the city, you're kind of aware where people are coming from. You've kind of spotted people carrying stuff.
Yeah.
And you kind of know which direction they're coming from.
I've been around a little bit, so I've kind of staked the area out.
So you know it only takes you 5 minutes to kind of walk along, and you know there's a few stalls and a couple of more.
Shops.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another word not another word for shops, but like
It's like a
Bazaar.
bazaar.
yeah, we're like established,
Yes,
more
okay,
established shops.
yes,
So
okay,
you got stalls where people are selling their
Yeah.
little knickknacks and stuff,
Yeah,
but like and
it's-
homemade stuff. But then
Okay.
you've got
We didn't discuss what gold I'd start with.
you can roll for that now.
Yeah. Just so I know.
You start with 4d4 times 10.
We can always edit anything out.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that.
Yeah, we should get provisioned, I guess.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You never know what's hiding around the corner.
You do get some from the background.
Definitely not me.
Yeah, I just wanted to know because
I said definitely not me.
It just says 10.
Hiding.
Oh. So yeah, you're walking along. You kind of know which general direction some of the bigger stalls are. So like I said, you've got a couple of little stalls selling knickknacks. Someone selling like old armour,
Yeah.
like used stuff, and
battle hardened.
yeah, you've got
Kind of
people selling
repurposed
fresh fish,
stuff.
fresh meat and stuff.
Taken off of corpse.
You have got, there is a shop. It's just plainly on the sign says medicines and apothecary.
Okay.
There, the door is blocked.
Blocked,
Yeah,
as in like wood or.
there's someone standing in the doorway.
Standing in the doorway. How? What can I distinguish from this person by just looking at them?
By just looking at them,
Yes.
they're an 8 foot tall,
Yeah.
well built,
Yes.
metal.
Yes.
So to you, it's probably just, it looks like armour, like really thick
Big
armour.
suit of armour.
But they are big, and they're just kind of staring into the window of the door.
Yeah. But, hello? Excuse me?
No answer.
You- You seem to be blocking the
Yes,
door.
well, I'd like to get in. Excuse me. I've got a quarterstaff. I just kind of give him a gentle poke with the quarterstaff. Nothing
It's
too.
like a dunk dunk.
Yeah,
Is
like
it? Yeah.
Excuse me.
We'll turn, legs standing still, but waist 180 in.
Excuse me. I'd like to get into the shop if you don't mind.
Before we carry on, roll a perception check for me.
Perception.
Let's see if an arm hits him on the way around.
I went into
6.
6. Yeah, you don't really take in that he's just spun
Yeah.
on an axis kind of thing, and you to you it's still kind of like to you he's just turned to face you, and he's just a man in armour.
Okay.
Are you all together?
Yeah,
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah. You two can roll perception as well, so you can pick up more on it.
22.
I perceive.
14. You've seen him like twist from the waist round, and he's like, you look at him, his eyes are just like his bright white like beams in his helmet.
I'm quite startled.
Yeah, so you know something's not quite right here. Belric takes in the whole picture. He's just, you can tell it's armour, but it's not like a suit of armour, it's almost like a skin.
I take
Over
a
his
stance. I take a stance and I'm holding a fireball in my hand.
Oh my word.
Would I have, would I know what a golem is? The town that I come from, would it have employed them as guards or made them?
Let's say roll an intelligence check.
15.
15. Yeah, you know of golems. I wouldn't have said they're big in the city. You can't, like where you come from, because you come from like a little small dock town. It's not the biggest of places, but you've had ships come through with golem workers on them, so you know of golems.
So I would assume that he is a golem.
Okay, that's fair.
Identification. 2 spellcasters, 1 dragon origin, 1 human fighter. Threat level moderate. I'm pointing my crossbow at Barry.
Literally,
there's
I'm
no,
at a stance with
hold
a
on.
fireball.
There's no. We just want to get in the shop. Put away the fireball, for Christ's sake, man.
okay.
We don't.
If he lowers his crossbow, I will lower my fireball.
You got the fireball out first. My friend
He
overreacted
spun
here.
on his waist.
Look, if this is
What?
if this is a golem, my friend, you might want to lower your weapon because he will attack you. And by the size of him, I don't think you're gonna.
This is
fare
some
well.
advice I can get behind, and I lower my fireball.
Sorry about my friend's rash nature.
I'm going to turn and point at Sean.
We would just like to get in the shop, if you don't mind.
Roll a persuasion check.
For fuck's sake. 19.
19, yeah. It cuts through to you that he's being quite honest. He literally just wants to get past you into the shop.
I'm going to pivot back round realise I'm standing in front of a shop and move to the side.
Thank you, my good sir. May I just ask, how did you do the spinning thing?
Don't understand the question.
You know when you were there and then all of a sudden you were like that, and he said you spun around, but just the top half. How do you do that?
How does your
Fascinating.
waist rotate without destroying your innards?
I do not understand the question. Can
How
you
do
not
you-
do that?
No.
No, I'm my
We have
skeleton.
we have ligaments.
Yes, and my meat he doesn't allow it.
I do not have any meat to stop me from turning.
So I told you, he's a golem.
A golem. Fascinating. I've never seen a golem before.
It's in a couple, but none this big and so well armed.
Do you have a name?
And none without a control rod or someone. No, I'll look around for anyone holding a control rod or.
What perception check?
Question. Have I still got a penny with me at this point?
No. Just for those at home, in Lewis's backstory, to get him here, he rescued a young girl, brought her back to the city. She did give him a name. So he does have a name.
Sorry, my curiosity always gets the better of me, and I forget about social situations. My name is Keith. Nice to meet you. What is your name?
They call me Strawberry.
Fascinating. What a fascinating name. And
That's-
a fascinating creature. Can
It's very unique.
what are you?
I do not understand the question.
Are you a golem?
I wouldn't know if I was.
That's.
Well, I
fair
know
enough, I
I'm not
suppose.
like you. I'm built to fight. I don't know where I am or how much time has passed. But yet here I am.
Fascinating.
How
Absolutely
did you
fascinating.
come to get the name Strawberry?
My friend gave it to me when we were travelling on the road.
And
Friends?
Your friend?
Are they?
Yeah.
Yes. Are they here now?
No, she's gone now.
Oh. Okay. So what are your plans now that your friend has gone? I assume she's coming back to you if you're friends. No.
I found her. I took her to home.
Mm-hmm.
And now she has returned to her family. My job is done. I shall continue to wander.
Perhaps.
I think we're on the
Yes,
same
yes,
train of
yes.
thought.
Perhaps maybe you do not have a purpose right now.
Oh, I was going to say leave him and.
We could perhaps we could you could help us.
We may be in need of some muscle later, or someone of your stature.
Someone good at fighting.
I can't I couldn't hit anyone even if I tried. You know, I'm all limbs. Me.
I do not have muscle, but I can fight.
Perfect. If you don't mind, if you haven't got anything else to be doing, then perhaps you can come with us and help us on our adventure. We'll gladly share a cut of the rewards with you. We should, as we all taking part in this.
I would be more than willing to.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, okay. That seems fair.
Yes, I think so. Yes, absolutely.
What rewards are we talking about?
Well, we were getting
Riches.
Yes, gold.
I have no need of gold. You can keep your gold.
This sounds like a marvellous transaction.
I'm just wondering how we can try and because we getting you to work for nothing would be
do you have like
wrong.
Slavery.
a blade or anything on you, like a sword, or
I've got a large great axe on my back.
is it looking old and tattered, or?
Yeah, it's one because as he was wandering, when he found Penny, he found the weapon at the same time. It's just one that looks like it's been looted from places.
Oh.
It's not in the greatest of condition, but it will do the job.
Maybe we can replace your weapon with a newer one, which may last you a great deal longer than the one you're currently.
That sounds agreeable. Then I shall follow to find a new weapon.
and then help us.
Please, state your name.
Belric.
Belric, in that case, I shall follow you.
Well, the transition will happen after our job has been completed. It's a trade. You help us with the job, and we buy you a new sword. Do you understand?
Currently in the employ of Belric.
Yes. Yes, this is
Yeah.
This is getting better by the second.
Well, if you don't mind, we're just going to pop in here and just do a little bit of shopping. The job isn't until later, but of course, if we all just stick together, it'd be easier then just to go to the docks where we are needed. Is that...
Belric, what are my orders?
Well, Keith's instructions seem quite sound, and so we will be following what he just said.
Very well. Sentry mode activate.
We are not guarding the apothecary. It's still public trade time, so
Sentry mode deactivate.
Perhaps you just wait here, wait for us to finish, and when we come back out, we'll go towards the docks together. Perhaps maybe it might help to stake the place out a little before to get familiar with our surroundings.
To get a good idea for where we'll be spending the night.
Yes, that sounds perfect.
So we're going to pop into the apothecary. We shall return very shortly. I don't think you're going to fit through the door, my friend.
Entering power save.
What an amazing creature! I must sketch him.
He is unique.
I've never seen anything quite like it. It boggles the mind.
I see some golems dock working and unloading and loading hardware, but never one built quite like this.
He's advanced, I'd say.
Very.
Well, enough
yes,
chit chat. I could talk about this kind of thing all day. It's so fascinating. But let's pop in the shop and see if we can
Get the
get
goods we
something.
need.
Yes, get some supplies. So,
So you enter the shop.
yeah, the shop.
Yeah, exactly. The little bell rings as you go over. It's not a really like an overly large shop. It's quite a small little like nook shop.
Yeah.
There's a few little glass vials on some of the walls, and there's like a half elf lady, maybe like 40, 45. So she's quite young for an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Or half elf. Sitting behind the counter.
Yep.
And she's got these like glasses on to cover her face, so she's kind of like mixing some potions up.
What do the vials look like
Which one?
on the shelves?
The shells. They're just glass vials of just different colours. So there's like
Is there a bell?
the bell rang as you entered the
Is there a
door.
bell on the counter?
Did she notice as we come in? The bell rings. Does she?
The bell
look up,
rings.
or-
She didn't look up.
Is there a bell on the counter?
There's not a bell on the counter, no.
Excuse me.
Yes. One moment. One
Um,
moment.
Sorry to bother you. I think you were.
She's being very delicate.
We should.
Like literally like.
That looks
Is she-
interesting.
Is she very
She
in
is.
her to her work?
She is focused. Yes.
I want one of those vials.
Okay.
So while they've gone up to the counter, I've held back a bit. I'm
Right.
going to try to get my position in between, so Dothrak is in front of her and I'm behind him.
Right. Okay. You gonna try and take one?
Yeah.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
21.
I think you took it.
Oh, just.
Oh.
19. Yeah. She is with Dothrak's positioning, because like as much as she's concentrating on this, you can kind of tell she's aware of what's going on there. But you took advantage of Dothrak kind of stepping in front of her vision to slip a vial into your...
because he was leaning in and looking at her, kind of doing the potions and that. I guess.
And then I will...
Whereas I took a step back because she's doing
after-
work and I didn't want to
After
bother her.
I've pocketed it, I will slightly move up to Dothrak. So it looks like I've been there the entire time, just standing behind him. Pin my head around and go, oh, that looks interesting.
Yeah, yes, it is. And
I
it's
think we should-
delicate work.
Let's leave her to her work for a bit and when she's ready, she will talk to us. I think.
She kind of finishes for a second. He's like, no, it's fine. I can come back to that.
Are you sure? I don't.
Yes,
I don't
yes,
want to bother you.
I counted the drops.
Don't drop it!
It's fine.
Well,
Wow.
fantastic.
I've never heard that one before.
There's sometimes when you pour it in, people go bang.
Yes,
Clap loudly.
yes.
Yes.
I've, to be fair, working in this industry, you do get that. They don't realise that's not actually explosive. I'm just trying to make sure it's mixed correctly.
Yes.
We don't actually
silly tricksters, I say.
We don't actually sell explosives here. We help people.
Well,
I imagine it's in the name.
to our point,
It's medicines and apothecary.
yes, to that point, we're looking for some potions, some healing potions, something to
Oh yes,
perhaps maybe if we get her
Yes.
to heal our wounds. Do you have any in stock?
I do. Freshly mixed this morning. I currently have 3 healing potions and 2. Oh, that's strange. So I must have sold it. 1 greater healing potion.
Fantastic. How much is one of your average healing potions?
A regular potion. It's 55 gold pieces.
Oh, fantastic.
That's a bit high, isn't it?
I do mix it myself, and I have
We're paying for the labour and the time as well. I think is what we're paying for. I'm a gullible idiot. She told me 55 gold. It's probably 55 gold.
I just leaned. Yes, but Keith, everyone who sells healing potions, they had to be made by someone.
Well, I guess the other people's time is probably worth more money, right?
No, they're slightly cheaper elsewhere.
Oh, all right. I'll let you do the talking then. I would have paid 55k of me.
Yes, I imagine you would have to.
So can I interest you in any of
Your
them?
price is a little bit steep as our current thing. We can offer you. What have I got? I'll start from there. I've got 40 gold pieces. That's really I could probably stretch a bit more, but 40 gold pieces, and you would be a lifesaver, my friend, a lifesaver.
Quite literally.
Roll a persuasion check.
No, so just 13.
Just 13. She kind of looks you up and down. She looks more like she looks. she looks used to it, and she's like looks like she's unmoved a little bit. Then she turns around and looks at Keith, and it's like he's in just regular clothes, and it's like he's coming for a healing potion. He's like, oh, he's gonna die. She kind of just turns to you and goes, 45?
That sounds marvellous.
Okay, I can do them at 45 for the regular
Well
ones.
done. Great. Yes. Great. Nice deal. Well done, you.
How many would you like?
I'll have one of those.
I will have one. Yes.
We'll have
please.
all 3.
Oh, excellent.
And then so.
So, are you paying for those separately, or?
I'll pay for one.
Yes, we're
Yes,
paying for them
separate.
Okay,
separately.
excellent. 45 apiece then, please.
And over 45 gold. Minus 45. Boy. Okay.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
What other potions do you have, just out of interest?
There's other healing ones. I've got one that makes you move a little faster. There's one that gives you great strength for a little while, almost like it came from another creature.
A bizarre question.
Yeah, the bazaar's down the road.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's okay. Can an automaton take advantage of these potions?
Say a golem wanted to take this.
What I mean is, I assume, I don't know because I'm not wise on these things, they're imbued with some sort of magic?
Yes, it's.
Would that magic
Well, I
transition?
know that question because it's obviously being from where I'm from and
Yeah,
You can roll a history check.
Yeah. What about an arcana check?
natural 20?
I mean, yeah. From where you're from,
yeah.
obviously you're more accustomed to seeing them.
Mm-hmm.
there's like a bit of hard labour.
Oh, no.
Because obviously they're free. They're
Yeah.
free labour. You basically pay for them and then they earn you
Work for
money
you.
for nothing.
Yeah.
But you know that they do get hurt, but they can be patched up normally with. It's not necessarily normal, like say if like a clay golem or whatever. It'd be patching it with clay and then letting it heal with like that. So it's certain properties dependent on the thing that it's made of. But I don't know if anyone's ever tried. Like you don't know if anyone's ever
No.
tried the potion.
Yeah. Well,
And she's probably of the
Very
same
rich.
mind.
Where I'm from, in the city, so I'm from, there are.
sorry.
Right, I know it's the Reefus, isn't it? I know it's called.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, but I know your
Where I'm from,
I
the
know
city
your,
where I'm
I know
from.
your backstory, so it's
Yeah.
like
The city that I'm from, Reefus, it has many golems, mostly made of clay. They can take damage, and they would normally heal it with the material it is made from. So if a clay golem took damage, we would heal it with clay.
I think
A metal or whatever is made of.
sorry. Did you say metal?
Yes, have you not
Yeah.
seen him
The
outside your
giant
workshop?
if you just
construct
look out the
outside
window.
To be fair, I thought it was just getting dark.
That is
But,
strawberry. We think he's a golem.
I think
Can I?
Yeah, it's
so.
a construct.
Can I have a? Can I,
if-
is he with you?
Yes.
Yeah, well, yes, he's under.
So,
he's under.
I think
my
my words got
command
lost
here.
a bit here. I mean, say your potions that makes something move faster.
Hmm.
Could they make a golem move faster? Not necessarily healing, because
Oh, I'd probably say so. Would I be able to have a look at him? I'd probably be able to tell him more.
that's up to him.
Yeah,
I mean-
you might have to come out. Jim.
Oh no, I'll go to him. I'll go to him.
Okay then. Yes, Keith, lead the way.
It's just out here.
She follows you out to the shop, goes outside, and she kind
I
of
hang back.
she pulls
You are the
I feel
worst.
like hey, you got me out of the situation.
she pulls
I'll follow
the
you.
glasses off
Okay.
as she looks up at Strawberry,
Strawberry.
Oh, I'm taking the other one. While she's out
the
of
other
the shop.
great healing.
I'll roll for it as well, just so.
Was
Yeah.
she half elf? Was she?
She's half elf.
Half elf apothecary.
21.
Threat level moderate.
Moderate. I've never been moderate before.
That's what I got as well.
Okay.
I'm quite happy with my friend
Then-
level.
If that's okay, I'll join them outside.
Yeah. Wow. Excuse me. What did you say your name was?
They call me Strawberry.
Wow. Fascinating.
It is.
That's what Keith said.
Where did you find him?
Here. He was literally standing right outside your door.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
He's been. I don't know how long he's been there.
I get focused in my work sometimes.
It happens. Yes.
Excuse me, Mr. Strawberry. Would it all be possible if I was to look you over once? Your friends want to know if some magical essences will work on you to give you imbued strength and things, and I just want to see how you work.
I do not understand the question.
We want to find out if potions work on you. Liquids.
Can I look at you
You are looking at me right now.
He's difficult.
closer?
Can she examine you?
Can I get up close and maybe
Prod.
touch you a little?
Ooh.
Above the waist.
I turn to Belric.
It's fine. If you feel uncomfortable at any point,
Oh, wonderful. So you're in charge, are you?
apparently for the time being, I am in charge.
Excellent. So she looks him over. She goes everywhere, like up his legs and around his armour. She checks in all the creases and everything. Yeah, no, she kind of just hops up a bit. She doesn't get that high. She only gets up to about his elbow. She's a small half elf.
She's got a bit of dwarf in her.
And she checks him over a bit. And she comes away after about 5 minutes. She's rubbing her head. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. This isn't a golem, fellows.
Is it not?
No. Do you remember Do you remember have you ever heard of the Vestergaard Wars?
Who hasn't? I don't think, right?
When you said that word, my eyes are going to go red. I'm going to draw my great axe and say, "For the glory of Vestergaard!"
No. Stop.
What? Oh,
That's enough.
Oh, well, yes, definitely one of those.
Halt.
Stand down.
Stand down.
Yes.
Power save mode.
We won.
What? The what?
This is fascinating and scary all at once. So about you've read about this?
Are you insinuating that this is
I've heard.
500-year-old machine?
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I thought it was all
Belric is
myths. I thought it was all myths and legends. I didn't.
Well, obviously not. You've got one standing in front of you. And I'm sorry, you look a bit
Glazed.
dumbstruck over there.
The vestige. What?
Don't say it again.
Let's go inside the shop.
Don't say it again.
She hurries you in the shop a bit, closes the door behind you,
Okay.
and she kind of locks the door. She's like, "This is fascinating. This is that out there. That's no golem, my friend. That's a warforged.
A warforged.
I don't know what that is.
A warforged. It's a
Nearly 500 years ago, there was a great war between the city of Vestergaard, which was an isle off the west side of Prefos.
Paul like that.
Yeah. They tried to take over the world. It was they basically had a mass army of these creatures. They didn't need to sleep. They didn't need to eat. They could just fight.
I didn't need pain.
Sorry, a creature. Is he living?
He's a living creature. He's made of metal and stone.
That's fascinating. So he's not
So-
a construct.
He can, to answer your earlier questions as well, he's not like the golems. He can take any potion. It will affect him the same way it will affect you.
That's
Even healing
Interesting.
potions.
That's fascinating.
Because he will have a life essence. A certain amount of damage will end
So
him.
he's not a machine that he's created and just.
He's given a life essence.
I've never met one. I've only gone on what I've read and what I was taught.
Of course.
Because obviously we're brought up to learn all about the history of the world. But-
yes, we are.
I'm sorry, I meant us, the half elves. It's
Yes,
very
yes.
much in our religion to our
That
race.
makes
to-
sense.
I mean, in my travels, I have learned about it, but
I have read many great things
Yes.
about the war.
One has not been seen since that time. You'll have to
So-
ask. You'll have to try and find out where it comes from. He sounds strange the way he talks now. I mean, he does respond to you like he's a soldier. But from what I've read, they still had a personality of their own. Even before the war,
Can we
it
restore
was
his
like
free
before
will?
they knew there was going to be a war.
they were just.
When people visited Vestergaard in those years, the Warforged to them were just
Citizens.
a race.
The natives, like
Yes.
like if I went to a dwarven city or an elven city, that's just where they lived.
And to answer your question, I don't know. He may need to find some answers to get him on his track.
Yes, we must restore his free will.
I mean, he does have free will as such. He's just chosen to follow you.
This is slightly confusing and overwhelming, but I sort of understand
I
what you're
would
saying.
just be careful.
He's a living creature, is what you're telling me.
Yes. But I
Okay.
would be careful. As I said, one hasn't been seen for a long time, and they were all but destroyed. So you may...
And was... oh no, don't worry. That name was given to him. That's...
Yes. No, he will have... if that one was given to him recently, he probably has a name that he went by all those years ago. It's fascinating that he's made his way over here.
Potentially 500 years old.
Amazing.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to go and write about this, if you don't mind. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm
good,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you for your information.
You've been most helpful.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Thanks for
You just
coming.
want to see
Goodbye,
if you
goodbye.
noticed.
Yep. closes the door. Literally, as you leave, lock.
Close sign.
Yeah.
Well,
So, Strawberry, you seem to be more fascinating by the second. I don't quite understand how you've come to be here. According to this woman we just met, she said you're about 500 years old.
Strawberry.
My current age is 632 years and 10 months, 3 and 12 days old.
What can you remember from all that time ago? Do you know? Can you tell us anything?
The war, and then darkness, and then nothing. So I started to walk, and that's where I found Penny. And I had to save her. And we took her back to Tampany.
that's where we are now. Yes.
Yes. Fascinating. So,
Strawberry, what did people used to call you before the war?
I don't understand the question.
Maybe Papa
perhaps he.
doesn't remember. Yes.
Can I?
War must have been
Perhaps
traumatic.
maybe he has amnesia.
Hmm.
He seems to have a recollection of the war, but not into great detail. But then there's a big space of his life where he doesn't remember anything. If he just says it was the war and then he met Penny,
Yes.
Strawberry.
Yes.
Do you know what your designation was before Strawberry?
I remember an objective. To destroy the front and take as much land as possible. Maximum casualties.
Well, that order has
Unsettling.
been
Yes. Well,
has been redacted.
New orders?
To join
follow us.
on this.
Very well.
West?
Updating order initiative to follow Belric.
I think we should. You should stay with us, Strawberry, because we will be travelling far and wide, and you may find clues to your ancestry. You might learn more about yourself.
Just a point as to part of your backstory. You do know that there is a large library in Tamapi, and it was somewhere that you potentially were going to go.
yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yes.
The library. You told me about the library. I've never been here before, but you told me about the
I
library.
told you about the library.
We should go, but maybe tomorrow, because we need to.
Is it getting late afternoon?
It's been maybe hour and a half out, 2 hours since.
We're talking about late
Yeah,
afternoon.
so you're looking at coming up to like 5. It's the sun is starting to.
We should
So
come down a
we
bit.
go to the docks. We
scout.
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 Scouts.
Look for maybe vantage points, other exits if there is, because we don't want to be trapped anywhere.
We
And
could
then
potentially apprehend this fools if we've got Strawberry with us because muscle
yes,
and
yes,
you can be in the shadows. That would be.
yes.
Why would I be in the shadows?
Well, you said you won't be seen.
You are handy
I
with a
assume
sword,
shadows.
can't be seen. So
That's because I'm fast.
oh, of course.
Yes. And then yes.
So
So
and then tomorrow,
library, and we will learn about.
we will
you.
learn. We will help you regain your memory, Strawberry.
Very
If that's a
well.
good idea.
Yes, fascinating.
Strawberry.
Yes, fascinating.
Yes.
What do you have on your person right now?
Pull my great axe. And I'll just take a handful of gold and just drop it onto the ground. These shiny metal coins.
Okay.
How much gold is it?
Are you going to pick it up and count it?
Well, we should keep it for good.
What was it?
keeping
Is
for-
it
because we
I
can put
assume
it.
it's in a.
It's in a pouch, yeah.
Beric,
Couple
why don't
roll
we pick his gold up and go find him a better weapon than what he's got?
I took this from the men that were harming Penny. She said it's important to keep it safe.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. You should keep it safe.
I do not
This
know
is-
why, as the metal from my armour is far stronger than this metal.
Of course, but this is good for trading for goods.
You can buy new weapons
Yes.
with this.
I do not understand the concept of buy.
It is a trade. You give someone shiny coins, they give you a new
Yes.
weapon.
But if there is a weapon, why would I not just take it?
Because sometimes that's a bad thing to do.
But why?
Because someone
Because
made it.
Did you
It
have
isn't yours. It is someone else's.
But when I take it, it will be mine.
Strawberry?
Perhaps
Would
leave
you
the bartering
harm-
to us. For sure.
Would you ever harm a superior officer?
No. That goes against protocol.
And the protocols of this town is you don't take without paying.
Very well worded.
I think I understand.
You keep hold of that, and whenever it suits you, we will help you with
No.
paying.
This is a strange and foreign custom I do not understand. I'm going to hand my gold to Bilric.
You're gonna.
You must ensure that I find a weapon for that coin.
I can do that.
So you need to add 35 gold pieces.
Going for a moral dilemma right now.
Alright. Should we quickly find a smithy and see if we've...
Well, I think if we keep it too late, we might.
Time, yes. It's always one that's eluded me time. I'm
It's
not
of the
very good at
essence,
time.
you know what they say. But I think maybe we should. The axe that Strawberry has at the minute looks like it will make do for now.
Yes.
Tomorrow we
Tomorrow,
could find him
New
one.
axe. And we'll have more coin tomorrow.
And more time.
And more time, which I'm... not
So
good at.
let's make our way to the docks and try and see what we can find out. Try and see if there's any information we can glean.
Okay then.
We'll make our way to the docks.
To the docks.
I'm just doing what you say.
I
Yeah, at
will
the moment you just want me to follow you. So that's what I'm
I'll
doing.
slow my pace so I'm with him.
Yep.
And like, quietly, I'll say, Strawberry, I acquired this for you while in the shop, and I'll hand him a greater healing potion.
Received. And it goes into an unknown leather pouch which is sewn into my backstone.
Well, that's better. There we go.
So
A backpack, if you will.
you make your way towards the docks.
Yeah.
As you get there, it's the dock area because of how much trades comes through. It used to be quite a pirated area.
Yeah.
So as you get there, it's almost like a separate city. There's like a 200-foot wall
Yeah.
that like blocks off the main city to the docks, and it's sentries walking along the top. You've got the gates; they're open for the day, but you've got guards standing on watch. Yeah, you are getting looks, but no one is going to approach an 8-foot tall fucking.
What are you talking about? It's us three strolling with him.
It's like Reservoir Dogs. Sorry, it's
I have
Keith.
such prowess.
Just to let you know, that's why I'm doing that.
Yeah, okay.
The person that we're in the employ of, he
Yep.
said he was going to let the boat hands know of us.
You can let the
Or the
guard
guards,
on the gate.
You have to choose
but not
one
the
as
boat
before.
hands.
Yeah,
Like not the people unloading or loading his goods. If you get what I mean. Okay.
Well, I'd probably say he probably don't expect you to go until later. But
That's fine.
By the way,
I'm not being funny.
Your
You've got a bit of
threat
paper
was
with
and I said not
the name and that on it as well.
Stupid peckers in case you try and attack them.
It all depends if you actually want to go on the ship when you get there, I suppose.
I just want to see the area.
So so you approach the gate. There's some guards there. They are giving you some looks.
Don't mind us.
To be fair to Keith, it looks like they're looking at him, but they're like looking at the guy behind him.
Nothing to see here.
Don't mind us.
As you approach, one of them puts his hand up. Halt.
Oh.
I'm sorry, only those on official dock business can come through here.
Yes. Well, what was his name?
You have the paper. It's fine.
Yes, I have the. What was the fucking guy's name?
His name was Yosef.
No,
Joffrey.
Joffrey?
Thank you. Thank you.
It began with Yo.
the guy that weren't there. Yeah.
We're Joffrey has hired us to guard his boat for the night, and we want to check out the area just so we can see if there's any vantage points, a place for us to hide. He gave me the dock number and the name of his ship. And
He
Salazar.
holds his hand out for it. Opens it. Looks up here, almost like he's checking a passport. It's just.
There was only 3 of us at the time, but since then
We've employed a bodyguard for us, just in case things get rough.
I am a muscle.
The guy just kind of looks at you, folds a bit of paper, gives it back to you, talks looks directly at you, and just like, there will be a patrol. They will know of your presence. Please try not to make any trouble. If there is anything untoward, please.
we will
make
report
it
it to the correct authority because that's
all
the
we
correct
ask.
thing to do.
You may go through.
We're allowed to apprehend them if we can.
You can make a citizen's arrest, yes, but
Killing them is a no?
Why would you want to kill?
yes,
Well, say if they attack us and
Well,
unrelent their force.
I mean,
well, then surely you can just apprehend them and then turn them into the correct. Authority.
I mean, self-defense is one thing, but if you're going out of your way to hurt people, then
No, I
It's probably
don't.
just-
No.
I
I'm
don't
just saying
particularly
if it
think
gets.
we want to kill anyone.
No.
I'm not.
If it gets
just
heavy.
okay. But just be aware that
Yeah.
there will
Didn't
be a
understand
patrol.
any of those words. Apprehend, citizens arrest.
We don't want to kill anyone.
What?
Just
What is
yes.
your favourite
I mean,
colour?
self-defense. I don't expect you to stand there and let someone stab you.
Okay.
Of course, but we're
but-
no, we're not. We're not.
Basically, we don't want you to cause trouble to anyone working on the docks. Any damage to property that doesn't belong to you.
I think the only.
Yes, we will try to avoid any damage
Okay.
of any.
If you walk down the straight down,
Yes.
and as you get to the crossroads at the end,
Yes.
you chuck a left.
Yes.
It's about a 5-minute walk. Just keep going. It's on dock number 12.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, thank you for your help,
Thank
and
you very much.
perhaps we'll be seeing you again.
Yes, perhaps.
And we've.
He kind of just watches you walk. Belric, perception check, please.
Like what you see.
You like that?
Natural 20.
Oh.
With my perception added on, will be 24.
24. You kind of glance over your shoulder just to see, and you can see he's already talking to a couple more guards, and they're like pointing at you, like basically. It's almost like, they've let you through because you've been given the papers, but they don't entirely trust that you're here to do just the job you asked for.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
We don't look like the type to just.
Yeah, I mean, you are a bit of a ragtag band.
Yes.
I definitely are.
So, yeah, you make your way along the docks. So you're going straight to the ship?
Yes. Yes. Unless anyone else.
That sounds good to
any
me.
other ideas,
As you approach...
Because in my head I've no other business anywhere else. That's where I'm heading.
That's fair. Yes, as you approach, the docks are kind of split off into their own like little secluded. It's almost like hangars.
Yeah.
So there's like the ship is pulled in, but there's like 20-foot high walls along to kind of keep it private from other people around, because there's a lot of stuff going on here, and you don't, as much as some of it might be shady, you don't want everyone knowing what your business is.
Right, yeah.
So you walk around, and it is quite a, like I said, secluded area. At the minute, I'd say by the time you've got there, it's maybe 5:30ish.
Okay.
There's no one on the ship. It's deserted.
Okay.
Is it getting dark yet, or is
yeah,
it still?
it's the sun is. You're probably looking at it. You thinking you've been around for a few days. You've maybe got like another hour of decent light. But as you come through, you've walked through into the main thoroughfare. You've got the ship itself.
Mm-hmm.
Just docked up onto the left-hand side.
Yep.
And you've got a small, almost like a pier. It's not very long. It's just another way to get in, because there's some small little rowboats as well tied up, because they go in from other ships as well if they're moving small stuff, and they switch crew quite often as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
at
that's
this
fine.
point, we'll just put you all there.
Okay. So what I think we should do is we should find maybe a vantage point.
While we still
and
have light.
also somewhere for our friend here, Strawberry, to not be maybe spotted straight away.
The end of the pier, is that a building or?
This,
Yeah.
it's just like a little shed.
I mean,
Has it got windows?
There's one just it looks out to the sea, and you've got one that looks down onto the pathway that's coming. There's not one that looks out onto the boat.
maybe he could take up position in the shed. I mean, I don't know if he'll fit.
It is a regular sized door, so he's probably going to have to duck and go in sideways if you're going to get him through.
But then they said no damaging.
He can
the
honk
area,
out the door.
Perhaps maybe we could station him somewhere on the ship where he might not be immediately noticed.
Maybe in the hold with the cargo.
Good idea.
This may sound like a strange question to us.
I don't know
Can
what you're
you
going to
shut down the lights in your eyes?
Entering low power.
They dim out to like a very small bead of white.
Are you still aware of us? Hello, Strawberry?
I'm not answering, but I'm moving slightly.
Yeah, it's like you can almost tell he's registering what's being said to him, and he is aware of his surroundings. It's just he's on power save. Basically.
Strawberry. If we positioned you somewhere strategically,
Good word.
and someone who wasn't us entered the location you are, would you be able to
Subdue.
capture them?
Yeah, capture is a better word.
Yes. No killing.
I do not understand the question.
Can you non-lethally
Apprehend someone.
Someone is taking something that doesn't belong to them, like against the orders of this area, like you said.
the protocols of
The
this
protocols. Someone is going against protocol and taking something that doesn't belong to them, and we are trying to stop that. But we are not law enforcement, so we can't.
area. We are not the soldiers of this area,
Yes.
so we are not allowed to
maim.
take someone's life. And that goes for you as well.
Strawberry's registered what you said. He hasn't fully understood it.
You can hit them, but don't kill them.
Yeah, that's not always an intention.
just grab them and maybe you
Hold them.
Yes,
Just
you
hold them in place.
and then you can call.
Restraint mode activated.
Yes, restrain mode. You restrain them. Yes. Okay. I think we should get Strawberry into the hold.
Yes.
Then.
So, just to make this perfectly clear, Strawberry, we're going to put you in the cargo hold of the boat. And you shall enter your low power mode, where your eyes dim, but in restraining mode, so that when someone comes in and tries to take the cargo unlawfully against the will of the people in this city area, you apprehend them, i.e. hold them in place and call for us.
Restrain them.
Do you accept this order, Belric?
Yes, Strawberry, I accept this order.
Very well.
We did it.
Towards the hole.
Okay,
He's just
so
going. Well, maybe we should find some air as well.
Well,
maybe we should make sure he's
Are you just
actually in
going
the
straight-
cargo hold.
You're just going straight to the hold.
Yep, must have been told to
Well, you
go.
know what a cargo hold is?
I will.
Well, I've assumed you've pointed when you've explained it.
Yeah.
I will escort him there
Right,
to make
okay.
sure he gets into.
The hatch to the lock, like this locked. There's a lock on the hatch,
Can Strawberry
Cool.
so
crush
you
it?
can't just
Walk in.
get in.
Would you like me to open the door?
I might have this. I'm gonna try to
Yep.
unlock it. Strawberry, avert your gaze.
My head just goes.
an owl.
Is that like, yeah.
14.
14. Yeah. It takes you a few, like 30 seconds or something, but you finally get into it. It's not the best lock. It's your basic standard lock.
After 15 seconds, I'll ask you, would you like me to open the door?
It appears to be open. And I'll escort Strawberry down into the hold.
What?
And then...
Have you got dark vision?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have dark vision?
I don't have dark vision. But I don't think it really matters.
No,
I just
well,
go forward.
and I wouldn't know
If I
that.
hit something.
I honestly wouldn't know that. He's unique.
Blind.
He's unique. He could have, X-ray vision.
But you go into the hold, it's dark in there, 'cause, there's no lights. And I mean, there's a little bit of light on the stairwell, but further in, you can see it's mostly crates of fruit. It's pretty much what he trades in is fresh fruit and exotic fruit.
Try to get him into a position where the stairwell is in his line of sight, so that way...
Do a investigation check for me. 10. Yeah, you good 20 minutes. You're trying to find the perfect space for him. He kind of he's
backing him up. And
he's taller than most crates, and you've set him you've told him to go into Sentry Mode a few times, and you can still kind of see these little eyes. But in the end, you kind of find the perfect space for him. It's literally as you come down the stairs, the stairs are hollow behind, so you can walk behind the stairs. And you feel the best is if he's underneath the stairs, he can see anyone coming down it, especially with the light as well.
Now, Strawberry, if the next person that comes in this room doesn't say your name, they are not one of us.
Order understood.
That should go.
Activating low power. Activating restraint mode.
And I will go back up and I will lock the hatch behind me.
What have you been doing
in the meantime,
for 20 minutes?
In
I've
the
been looking for a
meantime,
vantage point.
yeah, I'm trying to find somewhere where I could hide.
Right, investigation checks for both of you.
That would be a 1.
13.
Oh, 2.
2. You have been kind of
I can see the end
ducking.
of
You've been ducking down behind walls and
Always something pin poking.
They're you've not been getting all the way down.
I'm just there going. No, I can still see you.
What about now?
You're still just poking out a bit.
Do you have a tail?
Imagine he
yeah,
does,
yeah,
the
yeah.
dragon one. Oh no.
13.
13. You've been looking around. It takes you about 20 minutes, even with trying to get him hidden.
Yeah, I'm like.
You managed to work out that you can get a good sight of the ship from just behind some crates over here, without being spotted as someone comes around the corner, because you can kind of move your position from that side to that side.
Yeah.
And also inside the shed itself, you've got a good view of people coming in and out there.
Yeah.
But obviously, human, you don't have dark vision. Do you have dark vision?
I believe not.
Right.
No,
So as much as you've got a view, you kind of know in your head that when it gets dark,
it'll be harder
to see. There is a lamp post, it's almost like a lit candle in a lamp post. There's one just on the entranceway.
Yeah.
But everything else inside the dock is not lit because obviously they don't normally work during the evenings. So there is a slight bit of light over here, but you'll all be obscured in darkness as well.
Yeah.
The masts of the ship.
Yes.
Do they have is there ladders leading up to a crow's nest or anything like that?
It's like a rope with knots in it at periodic times that someone can use to climb up.
Leads up to the.
It'll be
mast.
it'll be on the front one.
It leads up to the mast of the ship. Okay.
Because obviously they'll be able to see out from there.
No.
I might while you're watching the ship from the dock side, I might watch the ship from the ship.
That makes sense.
I'll climb up the mast or something and see if I spot anyone trying to break into the hold.
Mast.
Mast.
Mast. I thought you said mask.
So I'll climb up a mask. Spin around the circle for a little while.
Yes. Well, that sounds like a good idea, because then I guess we can, if we need to apprehend them, we can surround them from all sides.
Yeah, so you can flank them.
Yes. The pincer movement.
So, for our setup purposes, we've got Strawberry in the hold.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Dothrak.
I would like to be. Where are you, Keith?
I'm here.
Okay.
Keith's behind the crates.
Yeah, I'll go down by the shed.
You're going to go in the shed.
Yeah, and I'll keep an eye out. Yeah.
I'm on the mast.
Oh, wrong one. And you're
And
on the crow's nest, or just?
now I've climbed onto the mast. Where the
Oh, you're just kind of
Hugging it.
well, where the pole is, I'm sort of
Yeah.
just.
So you say
I'm hiding.
so he can Peter Pan it, cut the thing.
Yeah. So, I need you all to roll stealth checks for me, then, please.
Ha ha! This is where it all goes wrong.
This is where I'm good.
Today you've been rolling pretty well.
Uh,
That's a slight
About
hand.
what you'd expect from a 8-foot fucking creature.
11.
11,
9.
9.
19. I just need to check something. It's not 19, it's 21.
21. So 21, 9,
11.
11, and stealth to you.
5.
5. Right. So,
Sorcerer here, not my greatest
We are-
Sneaking isn't something I'm
familiar with.
that good at.
we are set and ready for the night. You wait patiently. I will have perception checks from Keith and Belric, please.
What if I have a 16 passive perception?
That's good to know. But you're actively looking.
13.
13.
So less than when you're not
7.
paying attention.
7. You don't see anything from your vantage point. Couple of rats go past. Nothing major. Another hour. 2 hours. Another perception check, please. You can roll perception as well.
Let's try them. Come on. 7.
So
8.
14.
14. You notice some flickering. You don't know if it's just wind or movement by the candle. Sean, you don't notice anything. Dothrak, you don't notice the trapdoor lift slightly behind you.
Damn it.
What was your stealth? It was 5, wasn't it?
Just standing in the doorway like that.
Right.
I'm not here! I can't see anything!
You see,
his towels.
well, you don't see anything. Like the trapdoor lives behind you. You don't realise nothing's going there. Another hour. 2 hours. 3 hours. It's starting to get, angsty. You can tell the sun will be rising soon.
Don't know you guys, I'm having a long rest during this. Kind of in sentry mode.
You do, yeah.
We're getting exhausted.
I'll take another perception check from all of you, including you.
Ooh.
8.
14.
14, 12.
13. No, wait. 11.
11. You hear a little bit of movement on the deck above you. You notice someone slowly making their way along the side of the ship. Like they've come the long way around.
Yeah.
You don't notice anything. You don't notice the hand come from behind to grab you. We'll roll grapple check.
Can I have a reaction? Can I cast Burning Hands on him?
Not with that fucking perception, I can't know.
Fine. Well, what do you want from me?
Strength check.
Oh, I'm great at strength. Just so you know.
Oh, you're probably like me.
Okay.
Yeah. 5.
Doesn't beat the 7 that I rolled. So you are now restrained with your mouth covered.
Okay. It's going good.
Little thing
We
for
will.
you.
Oh,
5 is the lowest
Yeah.
I can roll in strength, physically.
with you restrained, you noticing someone move, Sean unaware of anything that's going on. We will end that episode there, and we will come back next time on podCAST with the conclusion of this scenario.
Yay!
We hope you all enjoyed listening to our start to our story.
Yeah.
We've got lots of things planned for this.
Stole stuff.
Hopefully some better perception rolls than the next one.
No.
No, absolutely not.
But yeah, thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. Anything you can do to help spread the word, a share, a like, anything like that would be...
Twitter, Facebook,
yeah,
Instagram.
we'll leave all links in descriptions. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.